Former United star Gary Neville was impressed by Antony Martial's star turn at the weekend, but can he turn the performance against Watford with his goal into something, well, resembling maybe much more stardom at Old Trafford? Is he ready to take that next stage in his development?
I think without question. And it was always going to be a work in progress with Antony Martial. And as much as when he arrived and the money that was paid for him was gawked at, he hit the ground running in his Manchester United career. And it's not been as good as in those early days, but he's still only 21. And you have to give him time, and he's shown that he's got the talent to grace such a stage. Now, I guess the question marks kind of start to pop up, given Jose Mourinho's own propensity to more experienced and readied players. Now, I think Jose Mourinho has kind of learned from the past and discarding young talents, Kevin De Bruyne, a little bit too quickly. But when you look at this squad, when you look at Antony Martial, his skill set, his age, look at the overall age of this squad and their respective skill sets, I don't think Jose Mourinho makes that mistake twice. I certainly hope not. I think Martial stays there for some time yet.
And it's about convincing him, perhaps, that the rotation can work in his favour at 21, even though they've paid a lot of money for him, even though there's big pressure on him to perform. I mean, he'll be having a word with Jose Mourinho, surely, about getting more game time in order to fulfil that price tag.
Without question, he will. And this is in no means a kind of criticism of the player. But when you come in, when you factor as heavily as you do when you first arrive, when you're first name on the team sheet for all intents and purposes, and then all of a sudden now you're finding yourself in the rotation and maybe a little bit further down the list in that rotation than you'd like to be, of course you ask questions. You see what happened to Memphis Depay. He's now been sent to new pastures to try to resurrect his career. And you kind of wonder if you're next on Jose Mourinho's list and his thinking. But it's Jose Mourinho now, who has been a fantastic manager throughout the course of his managerial career, to convince that Martial that he's not going to go the way of a Depay, that he doesn't feel the need to send him back to France or wherever he came from, as he did with Kevin De Bruyne, to resurrect his career, that things are going to continue and continue to improve for him, and his game will continue to improve at Old Trafford. I see no real reason why Jose Mourinho can't do that. I see no reason why Martial sees it otherwise.
OK, well, 10 Premier League starts for Martial so far. Many more games still to go, and United, of course, are fighting on all fronts. There's plenty of a stage for Martial to prove that he can become a star at Old Trafford. Keep it here at ESPNFC.com.